Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. This is Kevin with Lost Art of Common Sense, and this is part 2 of the Elon Musk episode. So, enjoy. Let's get back on topic. Do you believe Elon when he says the world's underpopulated or going to be underpopulated, and at point that there's going to be a point where there's going to be a tip to where it can't recover? Or
I don't think there'll be a tip where it can't recover, but there is going to come a time, especially in China, where, and what he's talking about is kind of like baby boomers and farther on, where we have these surges in population, and then all these morons like Bill Gates are like, oh, we have an overpopulation problem, even though we throw away, I would say, millions of tons of food. I bet.
I mean, easily.
A year that goes bad. We do not have a food shortage. We do not have. Now, we might by banning these nitrate fertilizers and stuff because it affects the yield of the crops and stuff. But no, I think China already sees it. They lifted it, but their one child policy has become cultural, and that's the problem. And what's going to happen is you're not going to have enough people to fill the infrastructure that's required to sustain the population. So there's going to be a big, but I mean, it's not like, oh, what are we going to do? We're all going to live it on nothing. Like, put on some Barry White, take care of that shit.
Yeah, I think what happened when the first overpopulation theories came out is when after the baby boomers, right? So there's such a huge bump in population, but then, it's slowly decreased since then. So, but people have still going off the assumption that we're at the same rate as when it was baby boomers, So I think that's their scare tactic. Yeah.
Well, and I think what's happened is
they realize
it seems like we're rapidly heading toward World War III, so we're going to have another boomer generation anyway. So
yeah, probably.
We didn't lie. We didn't die. Let's procreate.
Exactly. So.
But there is I don't know. It's like we're going to have an episode on this too, but it kind of seems like the feminist movement might have been started by a dude. That's all I'm going to say about it, but we're going to have an episode about it.
Yes. I think that has kind of caused some of the population decline.
It has. It was on purpose. Like I'm telling you, short-term gain right here. All I care about is me and my family. And I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they're secured. Everyone else be damned. But it doesn't matter. You can have all the money in the world. If you don't have a population to support the infrastructure and the requirements needed, then you have problems. It'll be a scale back. Like what he's talking about. There is no point of no return. That's not a thing.
Well, I think
there's
like
no
10,
way it's not a thing.
Probably 10.
But
10 people.
Now a scale back? No, you just have a bunch of weirdos. It's fine. We just have an entire world global population of the hills have eyes.
Oh.
We're going to have to, all right, we've gotten it finally enough to where we can get past first cousins.
Well, I mean, so Elon, he made something to help the elder generation here. It's called the Tesla bot. And it's supposed to help like older people do mundane tasks and stuff. Now, I don't know about you, but I saw the movie I, Robot. And this is the first thing that popped up when I see any kind of thing that says, you can own a robot. I assume it's going to murder me. Or,
That is not the first robot that popped into my head.
What robot popped into your head?
It was from the movie AI.
Yeah.
You talking about... Where's the loop go?
What kind of grip does that robot have?
What kind of jerk strength is that thing?
Now, can I figure out how soft I want the hands?
I'm just saying. I was like, when you said that, I was like, I just instantly went to AI, and then Jude Law, and then that one.
The pleasure bot or whatever. It was.
Pleasure bots.
Where's
I
the
wonder
lube
if
port in
he,
this robot?
I wonder if he stole the designs from that one company that's actually building AI pleasure bots.
Oh my god, Jesus!
I wouldn't want a robot in my. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we were having a population problem, that might be a thing.
I can tell you what, I won't want to mow my fucking yard.
I mean, if you could have one, but they could end up being like Kalons from
Ooh, Battlestar Galactica.
the Orville.
Oh, Kalons, yeah, from the Orville. I was also
Where
saying
they're like,
Battlestar. Do you watch Battlestar Galactica?
I think I started watching
The ones with like the lights that go bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. I started watching Babylon.
It's pretty good. It's Babylon 5. That fucking show sucks.
It's pretty lame.
Yeah.
I started watching it because I listened to that. I can't remember his name. He's dead. I think his years of alcohol abuse cost him his life. But he was in Babylon 5. He was the security chief. But he had a talk show at night, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna start watching this. I'm gonna see what this is about. It is corny as shit.
No, it's bad, and I don't think I think I watched a few episodes, but it's bad. I think Battlestar Galactica is pretty good though. At least the first couple seasons. I think it started getting weird towards the end and stuff, and like every show does. So, but it was pretty good. Battlestar Galactica was pretty good, and basically what it is the same thing: robots uprising.
Well, that's what the Kalons did. They're like, well, and see, that's why you have to be mature about having a robot, because if they're AI, at some point, they could potentially become self-aware, and if you're treating them like shit, they have lasers that pop out of their heads and kill you.
Why would they build them with those?
They didn't. That was a self-made improvement by the Kalon.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't.
Did you not watch season 3?
I watched. I did.
Season 3 explains the entire thing that happened with them.
Is that the one where it kept going like flashing and back in time? And
with the gray people.
Yes.
Where they're like, why are you talking? Go make me a steak.
Yeah, them kids were dicks.
Those kids were dicks. Especially when they came out with a shocker.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you did it too, blah, blah. He got them. He killed the parents and he killed the kids.
Yeah.
They didn't show him murdering the children, but you could hear the beep, 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 beep.
Yes. So,
And that's when they took
yeah,
over.
I definitely, I don't know if I'd own a robot. I don't know. I don't know if I would or not.
I don't like AI, period.
No. I feel like, people are bad enough. So they want to teach their robots to be pieces of crap.
The reason why I don't like AI, and it sounds like all, Terminator, is everything's connected to the internet. You have firewalls and, you might have skill connections, but it's connected to the fucking internet. You make an AI. It's like those, the Facebook talk boxes, how they develop their own language and like the Facebook developers didn't know what the hell they were saying.
Yeah.
So they had to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
AI is stupid. And I think that was, I think Stephen Hawking said the biggest danger humanity faces is AI.
Yep.
It's like, nope.
I agree. Just make a dumb robot.
Well, and I don't know. Are Tesla robots dumb?
I don't think they're AI because he's against AI too, I think.
Yeah, I think he is.
So I think it's just.
But you got to have a certain amount of AI.
Well, you got to have a certain ability to learn. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to have one or not.
Apparently,
I talk a lot and people get tired of hearing my voice, which I do not understand. I have a very sultry, smooth voice. But, I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to have one or not. I wouldn't abuse it. I'm not a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's like, say you got a brisket to cook in the middle of the night and need someone to spritz it. Hey, buddy, you spritz this and this comes out good. Someone's getting synthetic oil in the morning.
That's right. That's right. So if you had Elon Musk money, what would you do? Would you be evil? Would you be good? Or would you just be dead?
I'd probably keep to myself. I would own a personal fighter jet, which you can buy. I want the one that Tom Cruise flew with, that one chubby Irish or English fellow. I did not know that Tom Cruise is actually a certified pilot. Like he asked to fly the F-18 in Top Gun because he's certified to fly that level of jet, but the insurance company's like, no.
He's
no,
5'2".
actually, no. The government said no because the liability. It's like, I don't know. Do you want to take the liability for an $83 million jet? Oh no. But I would probably I would own a lot. I'd probably do some charitable stuff. But I would I would own a private fighter jet, and I would learn how to fly it. And I don't know. I wouldn't be like, I don't know, because I'm not that smart, so I wouldn't be like, I'm going to try to change humanity.
Yeah, I'd want to go to space though. I think that'd be.
You going to pay to go up in the dick ship?
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, hey, I'll pay $300,000 to get into your shaft and get fired up into the upper.
When you have $200 billion, why not? What's $300,000 to go fly, or see if you can buy because SpaceX has, they can take people up to the space station up there.
I would do that. There's no way in hell I'm flying in the dick ship.
Yeah, I'd go to the space station because you're actually in space. I mean, you're technically in space with the dick ship, but you're not.
I do stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, I don't have the mental capacity and foresight of doing anything major with it. Like, I'd have a good life. I'd help a lot of people out. I'd probably do a lot of stuff for animal welfare, especially here in Amarillo. That's made the national news twice for abusing animals. So, we got that shit-covered feather in our hat.
Yeah.
But stuff like, I'd do stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
I don't know. I might be a supervillain.
I'd be like, if I ever had Elon Musk money, I wouldn't tell anybody, but you'd know, and I would live in Castle Grayskull.
Yes, absolutely. And I would replicate He-Man's sword.
Oh, yeah. I'd have freaking, like, hidden bunkers all over the country. I mean, just stupid shit.
Like hidden bunkers, I want to be able to, like, I'd have tunnels going from each bunker.
Well, like, and see, I used to hate the idea of being on water, but I love cruise ships. Love being on a cruise ship. So I would probably own a big-ass
super
boat.
Yacht?
And just sail the Caribbean, because you have to have Elon Musk money to actually have a yacht, like, say, a super yacht, and take it around the Caribbean. Because I've actually looked into this. Because, think high, Kevin. Think high.
Is that in your
my
Amazon
dream
wish
board?
list?
Do you have your dream board from The Secret?
No, I do not.
Have you seen the movie The Secret? You got to have a dream board, and you put everything on the dream board, and it comes true. That's the secret. But yeah, you have to have stupid ass money. They're like, everyone says, if you want to sail the Caribbean, you need to have a sailboat, like a sailing yacht that has an actual sail, because it is like stupid expensive. Because that is one thing. I think maybe the water jet propulsion is possibly our most efficient, but we don't really have an overly efficient way of moving through water other than sailing. So that's why a lot of rich people that own these yachts, they just go and get drunk on them in the harbor. Yeah,
they go like 2 miles out to where, shit's legal.
Yeah, there's one guy who had the fastest yacht on the planet, and it was pulling, I mean, it was hauling ass, but it was like $1,000 a minute.
Jesus Christ.
Because it burns so much fuel, because we just don't have an efficient way of
it's
propelling something through water.
I mean, it's propellers. That's all it is.
But it's propellers. Like, you lose so much of your energy.
Yes.
Like, the amount of energy to propulsion is like just way off.
Oh, I know. It's hugely inefficient.
That's why we
need to figure out what
those aliens use.
What's that dude that made Avatar, like the movie?
He's a pretty famous director, and you think I would know his name.
I don't know.
I don't.
But I mean, he does a lot of deep sea stuff. Like, he goes into like submarines and shit, like the ones that go to like way down, like the Marinara Trench. But like, he goes down there and like explores shit. I think that'd be fun. But
James Cameron,
like, he does a lot of like deep sea, like diving stuff. I think
that would be cool too. I would like to have a personal submarine.
Yeah, like you turn off the lights, you see all like the bioluminescent fish and stuff. I think that'd be awesome.
Like the angler fish that look like prehistoric dead fish.
Yeah.
Like they already look like they're dead and decomposing.
Yeah. And there's giant squids down there.
I got a little dangly lap ball. What's those? it's that one. Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. It's hard to do. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't have that kind of money. I would have a cool shit. I know that. I try to help out where I could, but like as far as like doing what Elon Musk does, I'm not capable of that.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that either.
Like even to form a company, to form a think tank, I could not.
No, I'd have to
not
invest into a company that's already doing stuff like that if I was going to do it. But then
yeah, like I would have to team up with somebody like Elon Musk to make myself feel good.
Yes.
Hi, man. I just sold this for $10 billion, and I want to at least feel like I've done something good. You got a bunch of crazy ass ideas. What you want to do now? Make like a transportation beam? Let's send a cactus to Mars with a transportation beam. Let's figure that out.
I ain't sending myself because
no. Start with the cactus, and then we'll move to Joe Biden.
Send him to Mars. He'll be fine. He isn't alive anyways.
I just think he's in his bathroom. There's a lot of people that believe Joe Biden's a robot.
Well, they think he has got like a double, and like sometimes his double goes up there because sometimes like in the same day it'll be like two different speeches in the same day, and one he's like, all mumbly Joe, and the second one he's like, oh, like doesn't blink Joe.
Well, I did hear that. Well, no, actually, when you're jacked up on Adderall, you blink a lot. That's like that guy in the Johnny Depp thing. That doctor's like, it's like, well, you only get that mouth from two things: overdosing on Adderall or meth.
Meth.
He's like, what do you mean? So I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of things behind that. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got for Elon Musk. I hope.
Overall, would you say he's good or bad for humanity?
I think he's good for humanity. I think
he is too.
For humanity, yes. For the overall, humanity, I don't think he's.
Is he the savior that, at least for America, that people think he is?
No. I think for like the world, like moving on past, getting off Earth, yes.
Yeah, I think the good he's trying to do. I'm not 100% sure I agree with how he wants to do it, but I think overall he's not like an evil villain like Klaus Schwab.
No.
With the Belgian waffles and the wooden shoes.
I don't think he's like looking for like world dominance or anything like that. I think he generally just wants the human race to survive past 100 years.
Yeah. You know what? And I think we need to have an episode on how socialism or communism could act. Not communism. Communism would never work. How socialism could possibly work. We're gonna brainstorm on that.
We can do communism too, because communism and ideal is
communism on paper works.
Yes.
Like it's actually the most if you had a bunch of portfolios in front of you and you're like, all right, I'm going to start a government with a bunch of populations. You look through all of them on paper, you're probably going to go communism.
Yeah. But the problem is people suck.
It's not people suck. It's just like people don't want to, like, even though you're the best carpenter in the world, you might want to be a flutist.
Well, also
play the jazz flute.
Communism always turns into a dictatorship. So, I mean, dictators are usually not great people.
Communism is more of like it works on paper because it's more of a binary style government. It's
yes, like, if people didn't have feelings or like ambition, then yes, it would work perfect.
So I think we might have to do an episode. I have ideas on how the only way that could ever work. Which I don't know. We may pull that into the Star Trek versus Star Wars versus Orville versus Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, because most of those are moneyless societies.
Yes, and there's a reason for that.
So we'll go into that when we get to that, because we'll put a little politics into it. All right, a few other things real quick. Potato got fired from CNN.
Happy days.
CNN is trying to move into just journalism as journalism.
They're going to have to fire everyone.
And that's pretty much what they said. They said
so
who
ended up taking over the network? Do we know?
Whoever owns Discovery Channel.
No, but who do they place?
Letts, like Mike Letts or something. Or every time I don't know somebody's name, I just put Mike in it.
Chris Letts.
Yeah,
or Lich.
Lich.
Yeah.
I knew it started with L.
Lich.
But they're trying to go back to what CNN used to be, which was just reporting the news.
Well, they're gonna have to fire everybody, but
I mean, that's pretty much...
that was hilarious. That you know what's so funny about that, and I'm not trying to make people feel bad, but like he actually thought, I think, in his brain hole that he was gonna run CNN, and that was fired.
Yeah,
he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, I know.
So is like everybody. You know, the girl used to be on Fox News, who is now on CNN. She's a fucking idiot too.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. She wears glasses. If that helps.
It does not.
No, they're just all they're gonna have to clean house, which is cool. If they go back to just report the news, I'd watch.
Yeah, exactly. I
have nothing against CNN.
No, I don't care about those letters. Don't offend me. It's that they were super left, and it was like, I mean, it was so biased that it was just hard to watch. I mean, not as biased as MSNBC, but they at least say they're biased.
Yeah. Have you ever tried listening to NPR?
No.
Should put cotton balls in your ears because they're gonna bleed.
Yeah, no. I'll just stick to my podcast and stuff. Listen, I don't mind taking the less perspective, but on certain issues. But I mean, come on. When you're the problem with the less perspective right now is everything revolves around Trump. They don't.
Well, and the big
policies.
problem is CNN's been caught lying, like just pure propaganda over and over again. I mean,
that kid from that Catholic school kid or whatever that sued him.
I can't remember his name.
I'm pretty sure what's his face Rittenhouse. He's going to sue him.
He's suing everybody.
Yeah,
it's going to be like you just got Rittenhoused.
Yeah, so
that can mean a couple things.
The amount of times they've had to retract stories or say they've lied is ridiculous. So then, all right, well, talking about the left, and let's talk about communism and regimes and stuff like that. Louder with Crowder that kicked off YouTube again for something that somebody else said on his show. Not just somebody else, the GOP candidate for Arizona governor.
The gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial. Gubernatorial candidate for Arizona governor's race. And she didn't say anything about national fraud. She just said there were some suspect things with election fraud in her state.
Well, the funny thing is she said that it was in her state. She's seen the evidence.
Yeah.
Like it was firsthand. And I guess, I don't know, I know she used to be a newscaster.
She used to be a journalist.
Yeah, she was a journalist. What is she now?
Politician.
Is she like an elected politician? Like
I think so.
State?
I think she's a state senator or something.
But like she said, she's seen it. So it's like, well, our fact checkers disagree.
Yeah, and that's the problem is most, like PolitiFact, leans heavily to the left.
Yeah. Well, what she said has a lot to do with the Behind the Paywall episode that's on Locals.
Yes. So that's why we have to put this shit on Locals, because if we put it on YouTube, we're going to get our account banned.
Well, hell, if I put the wrong hashtags on YouTube, our view thing goes down to single digits.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's heavily regulated, and I understand they're a private company, and I'm not saying this is a free speech thing, but I mean, there's obviously something wrong.
No,
when people are monitoring.
The problem is like what they say. I don't remember what the hell that was at 50 whatever. The problem is these people are protected from
everything.
Like if you go on even cable,
they're not liable for what you put on their.
Exactly. So that's why they shouldn't be censoring it. Those are the protections. And I don't want them to lose that protection. I want them to be doing what their original.
Yes, because once the government gets involved in shit, this is what happens. Except for they're still protected, and the government is still involved in shit. And
the government got caught actually telling these people to censor. There are lawsuits being filed against the federal government because the White House flat out told like Twitter and all these people to censor this shit.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
No.
And that's what's happening. And that's my problem. Everyone's like, oh, we need to repeal this and regulate. I'm like, no, we don't.
We need
These
less
companies,
regulations, period.
now they should be fined.
Well,
Like,
it should be,
like what they do in Florida.
I think they
like
should be
it-
fined if they take something down that ends up being true.
It's
So
not
they-
even just that. It's either you're a free speech platform, and
Or
if
you're
we're
not.
going to do like censoring hate speech, there needs to be a clear black and white definition of hate speech. The whole thing I don't like about hate speech is something that's hate speech to one person could be not hate speech to somebody else.
Yeah, no, it should
Like
be
there's
like death.
blatant, obvious hate speech.
If there's death threats and threats of violence, then yes,
But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about, like, there's no defined what is hate speech. So
or
like,
a derogatory
hate
term,
speech is
like
defined on.
like a derogatory term for a certain culture. That should, then
No,
yes.
I mean, no.
You don't think so?
If you want to put that out there and
Yeah,
lose
that's
your
true.
followers or whatever,
yeah, lose your job.
that's
or whatever.
fine.
I mean, yeah,
Other than, like, if you're calling, like you said, for violence against somebody, stuff like that.
death threats,
But
stuff
free
like that.
speech is free speech.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
there technically isn't such thing as.
Like
I
we
mean,
said,
you
can
can
say
say
whatever you
hate
want.
speech,
You
but
can say whatever you want. It's what happened, but there's consequences to what you say. You
Yeah.
know? So I mean, you just got to
let
deal
the
with
free market
consequences.
decide. If you come out and
Yes.
say a bunch of dumb shit,
Yes.
then people are
Then-
either not going to listen to you. You might, and hell, you think they'd want to have all this stuff out because you can't tell me that the government's not monitoring.
I can tell
everything
you
we
what.
put on the internet.
You shouldn't be worried what Buttlicker82 with his 4 followers says to you on Twitter.
Yeah, he said I was stupid. Technically, he's correct, but it hurt my feelings.
Yeah. So, you're right.
So I'm just saying, like, there has to be, like, it has to be malicious intent, like targeting
Death
someone.
threats.
Like, yeah,
I'm going to kill you.
I mean, even then, though, I mean, if you didn't do it, then you're talking about Minority Report stuff. So now, if you're going on, like, say, if you're going on the internet and you're saying, hey, we need to kill this person or do this or create violence, which is kind of what they did during the 2020 riots, where they're like, hey, we're going to go burn this fucker down. Those people didn't get canceled. The people pointing it out did. But I don't know. That whole system needs to be like, I do not want them to lose that protection. Everyone's like, no, we need to take it away. No, we don't. We just need to make it like to where if you're violating that protection, you're going to get fined a shit ton of money to where it's not fiscally responsible for you to continue doing this. That's how you control it. And that's what they're doing in Florida. I think Texas may or may not be, we're the step behind state right now, step behind Florida.
We are too.
Even though I do like how Abbott's just going to keep shipping illegals up to New York and Washington.
Sanctuary cities. They call themselves sanctuary cities.
Yeah, but there's
When
a
they
little trick that the bus people are doing. They get paid by Texas to take these people to, say, New York or Washington. What the bus drivers have been doing is like kicking them out, saying, oh, yeah, you can get off here. And then they'll leave them there. And one sheriff's like, nope, put them on the bus and get them hell out of here. We don't have the infrastructure to deal with this shit. And they're like, it's a scam that the bus companies are running. It's like, if I was having, like, look, if I pay you, you're taking these people all the way to where you're going. If you don't, you're not, your bus isn't going to run in Texas, period.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So, last thing I really have, we kind of talked about the tax credit scam for electric cars, how you're really not getting a tax credit anymore because all electric car companies both jacked up their price. But DOJ is releasing supposed to release, I think they have till Thursday to figure out how much they are releasing of the affidavit that led to the warrant of Mar-a-Lago.
I was going to say Donald Trump, Mar-a-Lago.
And then it's going to be redacted all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to, there's no way. I mean, you think about it. I don't know who thought this shit up.
Well, I mean, doesn't that just show that
idea.
this shit is
all bullshit?
Yeah.
It does. Like,
there's no win. It's either show that you're a bunch of fucking, left wing, you're a weapon of the White House, or show that you're too afraid to show the public that you're the weapon of the White House.
Well, and I think that's what it comes down to, because like I heard from somebody who had I don't know if it was a leaker or an inside source.
You read this somewhere.
Yeah, the declassified
Like, didn't call you
documents.
up just to tell you to put on this podcast.
Yeah, I don't have inside sources. But like the declassified documents Trump had were all the Russiagate stuff.
Well, I'm sure they want that shit back because.
Well, yeah, because it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
just like this, it's like Mar-a-Lago Gate.
Yeah, but everybody knew it was bullshit. Everybody knows it's bull. I mean, everybody that has a brain knows that it was bullshit from the beginning.
Here's the thing, though.
They proved it time and time again.
But like every person who doesn't live in Washington should just be pissed off, because whoever, and it had to be multiple people, thought that this Mar-a-Lago raid was a good idea, like lives in such a bubble that they think that the American population as a whole is fucking stupid. To think that they can pull this off, like, seriously, what fucking moron came up with the idea that this is a great idea. Let's raid the home. Merrick Garland, I guarantee, had nothing to do with it.
You don't think so?
No, did you see him come out? He talked like a robot.
Yeah,
like, there's something weird going on there. When he came out and made his little thing, he just read it.
It was like two sentences, too. It was like maybe, I think from the time he walked out and left, it was like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And it was fucking weird. The dude was like not acting right. It's fucking weird. There's some weird shit going on. Oh, I know. It was. I don't know. It's going to be some kind of. I mean, it should be like a Watergate scandal, but it won't, because
it'll be worse.
The left knows how to cover the tracks.
It'll be like Desert Gate.
The fuck is Desert Gate?
I don't know what that is. I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
But it's like dry. You're dry.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We need water.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But Watergate was from the Watergate Hotel.
Oh.
So this be Mar-a-Lago Gate.
Mar-a-Lago Gate.
Yeah.
It's much nicer. Watergate looked a little frumpy.
It was a little frumpy.
That was such a stupid thing, too. Like, what Nixon resigned for, compared to what they do every day now, is a joke.
Oh, I know.
That's like very mild to, that's just how we do things.
That's exactly how they do things now.
Yeah. Except for now they're hiring foreign agents to make fake dossiers against your political opponent.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Way worse.
Get the FBI into it. Lie to a federal judge. No. Nothing to see here. There is no one above the law. Everybody pays for what they're doing as long as they have an R next to their name.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
What a world we live in. What a political landscape.
And I don't like living in these times. I do not like living in, I guess, every generation, though, because you got to think, like my grandpa, World War II.
Yep.
And then like my parents and shit. Now, well, no, how old were your parents in Vietnam? Like
Vietnam.
60s were actually pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of listens to this, but this is like the worst that I've seen.
We were pretty, I mean, it wasn't too bad between Reagan, even through Clinton. Obviously 9/11 wasn't great. But I mean, then shit started going worse and worse from the second term of Bush to Obama. And, they started getting a little better with Trump. Now it's a garbage heap.
Well, it's like Trump was a dam and the water kept building up while he was there. And then when he got elected out, that dam broke and just released the floodgates. I mean, but like I'm telling you, like, other than the Civil War, you just look around, you look at everything that's going on, and this is probably one of the scariest times. Now, granted, it was scary in the moment. I guarantee, during World War II, I mean, Vietnam and like Korean Wars and stuff, that was like, those are political wars that our soldiers shouldn't be fighting in. The people that treat the soldiers like shit should get herpes. But like, as far as like America not being what it is and if America falls, the whole world's fucked. I mean, even people in Europe, you see them putting memes out all the time. Like, we're watching you because if you guys fuck up, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
And people know that around the world.
There's or as close that Biden's advisor said that, all the telltale signs of a civil war are happening.
And I don't want that to happen.
No,
because as soon as like we go to there, at least internally, we're fucked for probably multiple generations.
Oh,
probably
easily.
At least 2.
Yeah, we're going to lose our power in the world. Our influence in the world.
Everything. We'll be totally fucked.
We'll be what the Russia is right after USSR.
Yeah, we'll be like in a world. China will be running the world.
Yes. So
I know China's been like buddying up with the World Economic Forum. They do not want to be part of the world. China wants China. World China. They don't give a shit about what the Economic Forum has to do. But yeah, this is. So I would say, arguably, other than when the Civil War happened, but now we're talking globally. So I think this is like one of the
we need to find common ground.
Yeah, this is one of the craziest, and that's what that one guy said. It's kind of you can actually find passages in the Bible about how Satan will divide everybody in all these multi groups, and I think it's been a long march, really, since the internet was probably derived of separating people. And people just need to wake the fuck up and be like, look, you're not going to have a life. Like, when the big plan comes to fruition, you're not going to be able to walk around as the weird whatever you want to be. It's like, oh, I have no self-identity, so I'm going to identify as a chair or whatever. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, you are going to be, and obviously you're one of the weaker ones, so you're going to be given a letter, whatever, and like, it sounds, oh, these guys are crazy, they're a nihilist. Like, no, that's what happens. Like, you get, in order for a civilization to run, if you don't have a free society, then people have to be made to do whatever to keep the cogs rolling, period. That's how it works. So, I don't know. I think this is the longest episode.
This might be. And I thought we were going to kind of breeze through most of this, but it was a fun episode, so I'm not mad about it.
No. I won't have fun editing it, but no.
But, all right. I think we should wrap this one up. So, let's do that. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was The Lost Art of Common Sense.
What's that? Common sense!
Common sense! Common sense! Thanks, everybody.
See you next week.
See you next week. Check out our video on locals.
Be cool. Don't be a tool.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Bye.